very good evening and you're most welcome to the NILE cast on West Nile Television, where we give you the daily news bulletins of the day, every day from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. My name's Ukumaringa Christine. Before we dive into any of the stories this evening, let's have a look at what's happening in the headlines. In the headlines tonight, Pakwach District Councillors divided over 200 million shillings allocated to Day Health Centre 2. Moyo General Hospital receives assorted health equipments. And stakeholders clean Arua City ahead of World Refugee Day commemoration. This and more in the NILEcast News Bulletin. It's the 26th of June 2024 and you're most welcome to the NILEcast on West Nile Television. Let's dive straight into the stories that have made headlines today. Honorable Councillors of Pakwach District have had a disagreement over the allocation of 200 million shillings meant for the construction of staff houses at Day Health Centre 2, stating that prioritizing other projects like roofing of the maternity ward at Barrow Health Centre 2 will solve cases of mortality rate in the area. Alfred Jawok has more.
There was disagreement among honorable councillors of Pakwach District over allocation of shillings 200 million meant to construct staff house at the Health Centre 2. However, the Pakwach District chairperson Omita Robert Steen, while presenting his speech to the councillors, challenged the district executive members to translate their position into service delivery if they are to maintain their 5 years term of office. Honorable Mito realized that using the 200 million shillings from Uganda Wildlife Authority to construct a staff house at the Health Centre 2 will be reasonable, hence supporting the roofing of maternity ward at Boro Health Centre 2 to solve the cases of mortality rate in the area.
We failed to finish because who are from nowhere changing their plan that they will no longer invest in capital development. They want their money to go for livelihood projects. The last 3 years we got stuck. So we had to take 70 million out of this 200 million to finish, borrow, such that the other 10 million left is the 5% that should do other works, environment, social safeguard and whatsoever. So that is how we have handled the 200 million. However, a cross-section of the district councillors expressed mixed reactions about the allocation of the funds, saying they expected the funds to only be allocated to the Health Centre 2. Honorable Odwakachen Muganga, district male councillor Panyimutan Council, says the allocation of the funds to other facilities is not right.
The 200 million is part of money for infrastructure earmarked for transiting the Health Centre 2 to Health Centre 3 status. And now we are splitting the project. What will happen in the future? It is going to compromise our effort to transit to Health Centre 3.
Honorable Mongoriek Juliet, female district councillor Panyimutan Council and Panyimut Sub-County, agrees with the allocation of the funds to support Boro Health Centre 2 as the structure has not been worked on since 5 years ago.
The issue of 200 million to be divided into two, it is to see the impact of the Health Centre 2 and in Boro. It was constructed a long time ago. People of Boro, especially the women, they used to move a long distance to go and deliver. But because of this 200 the government give to us as a district, we see it in good faith that it is to be divided so that the people of Boro who are suffering for a long distance are also be favored.
Pakwach District was carved out of Nebi District in 2017 and it has 19 district councillors without opposition members among them. Alfred Jawok, West Nile TV, NILEcast.
Moving on to Moyo District, the general public in Moyo have been asked to embrace the early health-seeking behavior and make good use of the assorted medical equipment at the Moyo General Hospital. This urge was made by Mr. Bessie Bernard, the hospital administrator of Moyo General Hospital, while receiving assorted medical equipment at Moyo General Hospital on the 25th of June 2024. Take a look.
The assorted medical equipment, costed over $300,000, was donated by Pipeline Worldwide, a non-government organization based in the United States, with the aim of improving health service delivery to the public in the district and beyond. Mr. Bessie Bernard, the hospital administrator, Moyo General Hospital, urged the public in the district to make good use of the medical equipment by developing the habit of early health-seeking behaviors so that they can be helped so fast before things get out of hand.
We want the public to use these equipments well. On our part, we want to make sure that these equipments are used well. But we want our public to develop early health-seeking behavior, and they should take time to come and do checkups so that we are able to treat them before it is too late. Sometimes when you come late, there is almost nothing we can do.
Adding that, as the hospital, they are committed to providing better services to the public. Therefore, the public should also play their part and avoid complaining outside, but rather come to the hospital administration so that their challenges can be addressed timely.
And, we want to also encourage our people to speak to us when they come and the services are not very good. Instead of complaining out there, our offices are always open. They should come, raise their concerns, so that if they are the ones that we can address, we address them.
Mrs. Jami Nolet, the co-founder and executive director Pipeline Worldwide, said the medical equipment alone is not enough to address all the challenges facing the hospital. That's why they want to look at all the challenges facing the hospital and have a holistic approach to them so that cases of people dying of minor disease can be reduced, adding that as Pipeline Worldwide, they are committed in making Moyo Hospital one of the best hospitals in the whole country.
Equipment's just one piece, right? One part of the solution, because you can have equipment, but if you don't have power, it doesn't matter. So what we try to do is to look at the problems holistically and find out what are the areas where we can help. So by providing not only the equipment, but also hopefully we can help support with power and water, and then additionally with training. And again, it's to improve outcomes. It's to have people not pass away or die from basic diseases.
Dr. Anjo William, a gynecologist at Moyo General Hospital, lauded Pipeline Worldwide for the donation and support they are rendering to Moyo General Hospital, and said the equipment will improve on service delivery to the public and make their work as health workers so easy.
But Moyo is pleased to have such equipment, both in orthopedic sites and in maternal child health, a special ultrasound machine, things in theater for us to use, patient monitor, and things that will make life easy.
Pipeline Worldwide and Moyo General Hospital have been in partnership since 2018, and the partnership kept growing in the past few years, with the organization supporting the hospital in many ways, which ranged from the installation of solar systems, renovation of the hospital quarters, donation of orthopedic machines, renovation and refurbishing of the hospital workshop, among others, which costed billions of shillings, all geared towards making the hospital to become one of the best in the country in terms of medical equipment and health service delivery to the public. Dominic Anthony Okumu, West Nile TV, NILEcast.
Different stakeholders, among whom Arua City Council, the Urban Refugees and non-governmental organizations led by VNG International and partners, have joined hands to clean the streets of Arua City ahead of the World Refugee celebrations set to take place on the 28th of June 2024 under the theme Solidarity with Refugees for a World Where Refugees Are Welcomed. Take a look. As Uganda joined the rest of the world to celebrate the World Refugee Day in Terego District on the 20th of June 2024, Arua City will hold its celebrations on the 28th of June 2024 at the OPM grounds in Arua City. As preparatory events to the D-Day, a set of activities are being carried out, ranging from dialogue, tree planting, football match, and cleaning of the streets, which took place on the 25th of June 2024 by all the stakeholders. Different stakeholders, among whom Arua City Council, the Urban Refugees and non-governmental organizations led by VNG International and partners, have joined hands to commemorate the World Refugee Day. Dorothy Ogola Apio, who acts as the thematic program lead in charge of migration and displacement at VNG International, explains why they teamed up to organize the celebrations.
Arua City has 24,000 refugees, and this cannot be ignored because this number has to be catered for. These people use the services, like they go to hospitals, these people have their children in schools, they dump, for example, today we are cleaning, they dump in the city, they also affect the environment. And this is why we had some activities like the tree planting, which we did on Monday. No, it was on Thursday we did the tree planting, and then today we are doing the city cleaning, because all these things impact the awareness creation about the presence of refugees. We've also been to schools. We had the school dialogues in about 4 primary schools. We went to Kings and Queens Primary School, went to Arua Hill Primary School, Arua Primary Public, and we want to create awareness and tell these children that, you know, you are part of us, you can keep within the schools. These are part of the services you have access to.
Batal Gabriel Modi, a founding member of South Sudanese Refugee Association, is excited about the celebration, as according to him, it portrays a sign of inclusivity.
But this year, because this is the first of its kind happening in Arua City, whereby the government of Arua City, through the leadership of Arua City, in collaboration with its partners, they thought very well that, okay, because of the what happened last year, the census that was conducted last year in Arua City and Koboko and Igilu, which the number of Arua City was seemed to be like 24,000. They thought this year it's good to celebrate, because the theme is solidarity with the refugees. It's good to celebrate with the refugees that came from South Sudan, from Congo, and then from Sudan, because we have some from Sudan, the Sudan of Khartoum, not that one Sudan, because Sudan is divided into 2. So there are others from Sudan, which we are bringing them on board. And this one, as a refugee, I'm feeling included in the planning of the government of Arua.
Meanwhile, Joble Cornelius, the deputy town clerk of Arua City, asked the urban refugees to popularize the event to the D-Day so that it can be colorful.
But I am sure quite a number of migrants may not be aware of this program. I'm sure they are still there. The challenge, the onus is on us. How do we get those ones who are living on the margins of the urban that are not aware of this program? So I challenge that as we undertake this activity, let us get more migrants, more refugees, more host communities on board, because we have to walk this journey together. It is a journey we have started, and there is no mission of return. Going forward, as a city, we have started that in our governance structures, everything must be inclusive of migrants, inclusive of refugees.
As Arua City was recently hit by garbage management challenge, Charles Asiki, the mayor of then Arua municipality, implored the city leadership to pick up a leaf from what transpired in his reign.
It takes a lot of money. You have to be resilient, you have to be hard, you have to be talking to people and saying, please, let us manage this garbage well. And luckily we were given a garbage management site in Iwota, and we started turning that into manure, which was one of the best things we did. I wish the leadership picked it up and continued turning this garbage into manure. In turn, it becomes useful for the community, for planting flowers, fruits, cabbages, urban farming, and also keeping the city clean. So let's pick a leaf from the past.
Charles Ichogo, the Arua resident city commissioner, appreciates the organizers of the day for incorporating environment conservation activities as part of the celebrations.
Very commendable, especially now we are entangled with the vagaries of climate change. And I would like us to continue, even after this event, to promote tree planting. Two, let's also promote the conservation of wetlands. The biodiversity of this country is in jeopardy because we have encroached the wetlands. The wetlands are our livelihood. Wetlands give us water, wetlands give us oxygen, and wetlands give us food. So I would like to thank you because of this initiative of integrating environment conservation into these activities.
Arua City has a population of about 24,000 urban refugees, as captured in the recent survey conducted by VNG International. Okumuringa Christine, Farish Majid, West Nile Television, Nilecast. Local leaders in the lower local government in Obongi district have been urged to take charge of the newly completed multi-billion Uganda support for municipal infrastructure development projects in their areas. This call was made by Honorable Obiga Kanya, the State Minister for Planning and Urban Development, during the commissioning of 3 USMID projects in Obongi district on the 25th of June 2024. Okomo Dominic reports.
The commissioning brought in hundreds of people across the district to witness the official handover of the completed projects to the locals so that they start making use of them to foster development. Honorable Obiga Mario Kanya, the State Minister for Planning and Urban Development, who doubles as the Member of Parliament for Terego East, who was the chief guest during the commissioning, tasked the lower local government leaders to take proper care of the projects being handed over to them and monitor their use so that it brings about development to the people and improve on service delivery.
I'm relying on the one side, the sub-county level, the lower level. Make sure you see these facilities that they are well. And if you get any problem with them in this short period of time, there's what we call the defect period. These contractors who have got some of their money with us, okay? During that time, we shall use it to correct those mistakes, which we have not seen. Some of the mistakes will be seen when we have already left. So, commissioning is not the end of the story. It is still continuing. And I want you to keep them well.
Honorable Dr. Boka Didipol, the Member of Parliament Obongi constituency, lauded the government for extending the project to Obongi, saying the market will provide avenue for the people to sell their produce and be able to get other products from other districts.
All of these will go a long way in supporting the government program of enhancing production, productivity, and value addition contribute to the wealth creation agenda. What will be important to link to this market for it to be able to be more valuable is the question of improving on the road networks.
Honorable Buga Habib Kemis, the Chairman Local Council 5 Obongi District, thanked the government for improving on the service delivery being provided to the people of Obongi in different sectors that ranged from education, health, and access to clean water system, which for long has been a major problem in the district.
When the people of Obongi, when Ugandans ran to Sudan, to southern Sudan, we only had some few primary schools in Obongi. Less than 2 primary schools in Obongi. We only had some few health centers in Obongi. Less than 3. By right now, Honorable Minister, Obongi has more than 24 primary schools. Obongi has more than 18 health centers.
Mr. Pimbaza Samuel, the resident district commissioner of Obongi, urged the people in Obongi to unite and work together so as to bring development, and re-echoed the presidential directive of always contacting groundbreaking and commissioning of projects as a way of providing accountability to the public, which the leaders in the district needs to take up seriously and ensure that corruption tendencies are not being tolerated in the district.
Let's develop Obongi. The common enemy of Obongi should be corruption. Let's fight corruption together. Let's do things the way they are supposed to be done. There is a presidential directive that there must be a groundbreaking. So whoever does not do a groundbreaking is an enemy of Obongi. The president also says there must be commissioning of any project like we are here for today, for accountability. Because you can see the accountability is talking for itself.
Mr. Tim Benson Humphrey, the Chief Administrative Officer of Obongi District, gave an account of the funds being received by Obongi District local government under the Uganda Support for Municipal Infrastructural Development USMID project and requests the government to consider increasing the amount of funds being directed to Obongi, since the first phase of the funds was not enough to complete all the planned projects.
If we are to achieve the above projects, we needed 27.7 billion shillings. However, given the resource envelope from government, Obongi District received 7 billion shillings. In the 7 billion shillings, we had to rescope and deliver 4 projects.
The Uganda Support for Municipal Infrastructural Development USMID project, with funding from the World Bank, is an initiative of the government to promote infrastructural development across the cities, municipalities and urban centers in the country. Under this project, the government has recorded tremendous infrastructural development in the country and elevated the status of the towns and urban centers across the country and improved on the social well-being of the citizens. Dominic Anthony Okumu, West Nile TV, Nilecast.
I can confirm to Ugandan transfer is getting so interesting, and also European Championship, which is going neck to neck, getting so interesting. Also, I can confirm to you group stages, they are almost getting done, and also Copa America, the sister tournament to European Championship, is also getting so interesting, though it has just kick-started. And I also need to give you the map, the roadmap of the upcoming regional ball game 2, which is hosted in Koboko. This time not by St. Charles Luanga as it happened in ball game 1, but this time it's a different school. My name is Oraku Benson Pastore. This is West Nile Television. The program is Nilecast News, but what I'm coming for is called Nilecast Sports News, which is always under the umbrella of the biggest of it, called Nilecast. I'm going to start with the map, roadmap of the upcoming regional ball game 2, and at the same time I'll be discussing Ugandan transfer, and we will finalize everything with what continues to transpire as far as international sports concerned. Let's kickstart our discussion with what is happening within the country, particularly within West Nile region. Like I said earlier on, the roadmap of the upcoming regional ball game 2 championship is already out, whereby schools, or as the participants are set to actually report tomorrow. It's hosted by Koboko District, like how it happened in ball game 1, but this time not St. Charles Luanga Senior Secondary School, but Nyangelia Senior Secondary School, whereby you will be seeing netball tournament going on, and at the same time athletic championship will also be taking place. Schools and the participants, they are reporting tomorrow, and also the screening will be done tomorrow. The tournament itself will kickstart, or else will commence on Friday and will continue up to next month, and it will actually climax on 2nd of July, and the year is 2024. I promise each and every day I will be updating you with what continues to regional ball game 2 is concerned. Let's drop that one there, and we talk about Ugandan transfer. It's getting so interesting. I can confirm to you it's almost meeting the standard of international transfer. Let's start with what is happening in Star Times Uganda Premier League. A player called Frank Zaga Tumwesigwa is actually at the verge of leaving the team of Airtel Chetara after the expiry of his contract, but the club is in talks with him to see that they actually renew his contract. And still with Hoima-based club, that's Airtel Chetara, a defender in the names of Ramadan Dudu, his 2 years contract has also come to an end, and at the same time the club is also interested in renewing his contract also in the race to see that they acquire his services. And also in Jinja, Bull of course have already agreed personal terms with a player called Isaac Waigona. Isaac Waigona is actually the striker for Express. He has been with the team of Express and his contract got done, and so many clubs have been linked with a move for him, and the club which is currently leading the race is Bull, that comes from Jinja. And also Soltino Bright Stars, Mbara City, they are right now talking about the striker for the Corps. I'm talking about police striker Raymond Onyai, after also his contract got done this month, and we're waiting to see how things will be transpired as far as that deal is concerned. And lastly, a player called Abdullah he has ended his 3 months contract with the team of Slaven Belupo, a Croatian side, and everyone is waiting to see he will be heading next. That's what I had for you as far as Ugandan transfer in relation to what continues to transpire international is concerned, because you look at Slaven Belup is actually a team that plays alongside teams like Hajduk Split and also Rijeka. So many of them. Let's leave that one there, and we talk about European Championship. I know it will be a sin if even I don't give you the updates of what continues to transpire in European Championship 2024, which is currently hosted by Germany. It's getting interesting. Very soon we will be seeing the group stages, not group stages, rather round of 16 also commencing. It will actually be commencing on Saturday, whereby a very huge encounter between Italy, the defending champions, up against Switzerland, plus the other group stages games. Let's take a look at how things have been transpiring as far as group stages are concerned. Yesterday we had games, and the only win came between Netherlands and Austria, where Austria were able to beat the Netherlands by 3-2, and we saw a game between England and Slovenia, which ended in a barren draw. England, goals are not coming despite the fact that they have a number of prolific players, Jude Bellingham, Foden, Harry Kane. They have only scored so far 2 goals. They played yesterday a barren draw with Slovenia. Still in the same group, there was a game between Denmark and Serbia. That game also ended goalless. And meanwhile, France had to play out a 1-1 draw with the country of Poland. Like I said, the only win which was registered yesterday night was between Austria and Netherlands, where we saw Austria beating Netherlands by 3-2. Still, games are getting on in group stages. Slovakia, of course, is taking on Romania. That's in Group C. And Ukraine, meanwhile, is having a date with Belgium. Portugal, of course, is having a game up against Georgia. And Czech Republic is having a game with Turkey. Just a reminder, the only country that has managed to win all the group stages game is only Spain. 3 games played, winning all of them. First was a win over Croatia. After that, they beat Italy by 1-0. Actually, they concluded everything in the group stages with a 1-0 win over Albania. Let's also talk about the sister tournament in America called Copa America. Argentina, they are doing very well. First game, they won it 2-0. And also today, they managed to beat a side called Chile by 1-0. Meanwhile, Canada also had the same scoreline over Peru. That's in Group A, edging them by 1-0. But Peru also had a red card. Like I said earlier on, every day I'll be in person to update you with what continues to transpire as far as continental tournaments are concerned. I am talking about Copa America and at the same time ongoing European Championship. And it has been me, Benson Pastore, in front of the camera lens. Have the best of your moments. We'll link up again tomorrow. The other interesting programs are still coming on your way.
Raku Benson for story, giving us the sports news and the sports